I spend a lot of my time laughing despite how serious some of these videos come off to be, because frankly, I've been through enough to know that it's worth laughing. Hopefully, you understand that too, and hopefully you've come across at least a couple people in your life that also love to laugh, and you'll realize that those people have been through a lot of shit as well. Either it's emotional shit, and I'm just gonna have Marilyn Monroe in the back here. Unless if it's emotional stuff that they've gone through, if it's physical pain that they've gone through, anything in life that's been a significant factor in the shaping of their psyche, that depth of commitment to life and still holding on is going to create a human being that's just substantially more willful than others and substantially more catalytic than others, in the sense that they know that them being around in an environment actually matters, that their presence at home matters, that the actions that they've taken in their life matter. And I think a lot of us haven't had that amount of failure in life, and we're kind of weak because of it. And I think a lot of us also have had that level of failure in life, or level of difficulty or discomfort in life, and we're looking for a way to go and use that energy to go and make the very most out of our lives. So how do we do that? How do we take that hidden potential within us and push it out and be like, listen, I'm gonna use this to make something awesome? How do we get into that track in life? The way to do it is consistency. Consistency. So like, have a goal first and foremost that forces you to be consistent. The way that I often look at it is, listen, like, if you think that having $1 million is achievable in your life, if that's something that's relevant and something that works in your head, that's probably not a big enough goal for you. Right? If your goal is to have $1 million, you should overshoot that goal by a significant margin. I would overshoot that goal personally by 10 or 15 or maybe 100 times, so that it's very, very likely that you will actually land on that initial goal. And I think a lot of people are taught to set goals that are really small. I think a lot of us are taught to live life in fear. And I get so upset when I see these things. In fact, I get vehemently upset to the point where I don't allow people that don't have the capacity to see big goals in their life into my teams, because I know that lack of commitment is a corruption to a degree. It's a corruption of fear. And I always go out of my way to make sure that I'm conveying that level of excitement to people about life, and that level of goal setting to people about life, and holding people to those standards. I think it's a hard pill to swallow sometimes when you are at a crossroads, when you think to yourself, hey, am I being a little bit too abrasive? Am I being a little bit too idealistic? Am I stepping out too much? Am I getting too much attention? I think all of us that want to make a difference in the world, the catalysts in society, I think all of us will get to a point where we know that we're very different, and we know that it's a little uncomfortable for other people to see that difference. And I think the difference between the people that make the big difference, that become legendary human beings in life, and the people that don't want to make that difference is fear. Is fear that other people's judgments of us actually matter in the scheme of what we want to do. Because at the end of the day, most of the stuff that needs to be done is going to happen alone. It's going to happen in a dingy basement, or it's going to happen in an office, or it's going to happen in a studio apartment that can barely be rented. It's going to happen on the streets. You know what I mean? It's like, a lot of the stuff that we need to do in order to become legendary has nothing to do with other people's judgment of us. So why let that stop you in the pursuit of becoming incredible, in the pursuit of pushing forward your company, or the pursuit of creating your own thing, or the pursuit of making your friends understand that there's more to life? Like, there's tremendous amounts of energy that comes from the person that is unwilling, unwavering, the person that is refuses to allow other people to dwindle their ideals. And I think that the more people that break free from that isolation, that fear, and actually start pushing themselves forward, I think the better humanity is going to be. Because even if the ideas are polarized, even if it's like someone that believes in just terrible things, even if they're stepping up, by virtue of them being there, they're going to create the equal and opposite. It's a lot like the story of Batman and Joker, right? Batman's existence is essentially what creates Joker. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, then it's better for us to all just be in the middle. And I would argue that why is it that we find the story of Batman fascinating? Why is it that we find superheroes or villains and protagonists fascinating? It's because it makes life diverse and incredibly chaotic, and it makes life novel. And I think that's what we're looking for at the end of the day. Like, we're looking for a novel life. And the only way really to get that novelty is to push ourselves to be the best possible version that we can be, so that we can experience that change. We can experience that contrast of like, okay, this is where I was, and this is where I'm going, and this is where I am. And it's just a message to say to you that if you're approaching that cusp in life where people around you are starting to get a little uncomfortable, right? And you're wise enough to know that what you're trying to accomplish is makes sense, is wholesome in a sense. I will always advocate for protagonists. You know, I'm not going to advocate for antagonists, because I think the world deserves more peace and happiness and camaraderie. And peace doesn't mean, you know, not shifting the boat, not stirring the pot. Peace means that in the quiet moments that we feel good about what we've accomplished. I mean inner peace. I mean individual peace. I don't mean a utopia, because utopias are full of lies. I mean the true embrace of who we are and what we're able to accomplish, and unwavering dedication to that. Now that my friend is called power. That, my friend, is called will. That's what changes society. That's what moves humans along. That's always been the case. That hidden force. So if you have it, and you are trying to humble yourself in front of people that you don't need to do that with, I want you to seriously rethink that, and seriously think, hey, like, what would this world be better without me? Because if you're willing to say yes, then yes, stop right there. But if you know in your heart of hearts that that's a no, this world would not be better without you, then it is your responsibility, in my opinion, to go and make yourself the best possible version of you as you can. So hopefully this message finds you well. This is my art gallery. Terabify.com if you want to go buy some of this artwork. Support the channel. You know, like, thumbs up, give it to other people that you know are just looking for that little piece, that little piece of themselves that they know is there, and they just want to push that out and make it even stronger. You know, give energy to that. It's important in life. Actualize your potential catalyst. This world needs you. Take care of yourself.